I don't want to cry, I hate third person, there's accidental pregnancy, there's taboo, there's a little bit of everything that kind of makes me nervous when I pick up a book. So it's perfect for October. Hi friends, it's me again. Dude, I haven't talked to you guys in so freaking long. I think the last video I uploaded was Book Bonanza. June. 4 months? Wow, I suck. Life's been beating my ass, so I just haven't been in the best creative mood. I also haven't been reading as much as I normally do either. Like, I'm averaging about a book a week, which is good for me. It's a goal I set for myself this year, but I'm just not consuming as much as I used to, and I miss it. I miss talking to you guys. We are entering October, which is my favorite month of the year. It's my favorite time of year, fall, Halloween, like everything is just good in October. You want to say hi to the people? Look, say hi. Okay, bye. So we are gathered here today to go over the books that I want to read in October. I'm not saying that I'm actually going to read them at this point because we've established that I'm a liar. And because I know how my reading habits are this year, I am not holding my breath on actually completing this TBR, but I think it's fun to make. I wanted to do something called a creepy crawly TBR. It's what I've been calling it, but it's basically a lot of books I've been scared to touch for various reasons, and I kind of want to try my hardest to get to them in October. So I know y'all are gonna be so shocked when I hold this book up, but Credence by Penelope Douglas. I have talked about this book on my channel for literally 2 years. I've been saying I'm going to read it for the past 2 years. Actually, if I have the clips, roll them. Let me expose myself. Credence, have not read. Very intrigued though. I want to read Credence by Penelope Douglas. I don't read that damn book this summer. It literally punched me in the fucking face. I don't know what it is about this book, but every time I think about touching it, I'm like, no, not yet. Not yet. And it's weird because I've read Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. I read the entire Devil's Night series, and I did end up loving the last 2 books. I want this to be one of the first books I read this month, because if I don't, then it will never get read. I don't know what it is, but I want to read it. It's on my Creepy Crawly TBR, and if I don't read it this month, then I might as well just get rid of the book, right? Next up, we have The No-Show by Beth O'Leary. I don't know anything about this book because it's one of those books where people say they can't really tell you much without spoiling anything, and I love that personally. Lately, I haven't really wanted to know anything about books before I go into them, and it gets hard to do that because, like, with marketing and book influencers and authors trying to promote their book, usually a lot of things in books are spoiled for me now. Like, you kind of have to avoid them. I'm glad that nothing has been spoiled in this book for me. I'm glad we kept it under wraps because I'm excited to see the twist that happens at the end. I was scared to read this as well because apparently it's sad and it's written third person, but I've been doing better with third person books, so I'm excited to see what this book is about. So the next book I'm super nervous to read this month has my no-no trope in it, and it's also very hyped up. Like, and I hate using the word hyped up, but I have not seen one person say they hate this book or that they don't like it or that something should have changed. So if I read it and I don't like it, which I don't think is going to be the case, but you never know with me, and I Don't Know Len by Hannah Bonham Young. I recently read Next of Kin and Next to You by Hannah Bonham Young, and I love the way she writes her characters. Her stories are just so soft and sweet, and you can tell the characters are just handled with so much care. So that's why I feel confident and a little more comfortable picking up this accidental pregnancy book. The cover itself is stunning. Y'all know I am not the biggest fan of accidental pregnancy happening in books because majority of the time I hate how they're done, and sometimes I just like spending more time with the characters. I like seeing couples learn each other first and then learn how to be parents, instead of like, oh, one night stand, she's pregnant, now we have to learn if we're even compatible to raise a child. It's just not my favorite form of romance personally. So I'm gonna give this a try because I trust Hannah. And most of my mutuals who also don't like the accidental pregnancy trope love this book, so it makes me feel a little better. Super excited for this, super nervous, but I think I'm going to enjoy it. So next is also a book I've talked about for years at this point. It's one of the first books I bought when I got into reading. Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. I have been putting this off just because everyone's saying they're crying by like page 2, and mentally I have not been able to handle like very sad books like that. Your girl is going through it. She's always going through it. This is one of the hardest years of my life. I'm struggling. So reading a book where I know I'm gonna be even more fucked up, like I'm not gonna escape, I'm going to be very, very upset. It hasn't been my favorite thing to do, but I'm gonna do it because it's October. So I also don't really have any idea what this book is about, which I appreciate, but nothing has been spoiled in it for me. I just know I'm gonna cry. I kind of need it though. Like, maybe it's a cathartic kind of thing that I should go through. Okay, and the last physical book I have is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I don't believe this is romance. I'm pretty sure this is fiction with probably a romance subplot, but I'm not really sure of the story itself because I rarely ever read the back of books now. A lot of my besties really enjoy this book too, and I know it's also probably gonna make me sob because everyone says that it does. My boss, she said she listened to this on audio and she really loved it, so I think I'm definitely going to dive into that so her and I can talk about it when we're at work. And why are so many fucking people here, like in the parking lot? What is happening? Bruce, your paws are on this. And the 3 books that I don't have physically just yet. The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, I think. Poston. The plot for this is super interesting. I've been hearing that a girl moves into her grandma's old apartment or house or something. I don't know. I'm probably getting this so wrong. She keeps slipping back in time, like 7 years in the past, I think. Something like that. It's interesting. It sounds very interesting to me, but apparently this is another sad book, which is why it's on my creepy crawly TBR, because everything has just been so sad. Again, a lot of my mutuals really enjoy this book. I think her name is Clementine and her nickname is Lemon. That's the cutest shit ever, so that's kind of what made me want to pick it up too, because I love cute nicknames. Yeah, wish me luck because everyone's crying about this book and I cry enough. So next is How to Fake It in Hollywood by Ava Wilder, I think. This one's just fun for me because one of my book friends loves this book, but then everyone else hates it, so she kind of has to like defend her love for this book. And I haven't read anything by Ava Wilder before, so I'm excited to see where this is gonna go. I think this is also told in 3rd-person POV, so it's clearly we're on a trend here, so I'm excited to see which side I'm going to be on, just for funsies. And then the last book on my TBR for October is What Was Meant to Be by QB Tyler. This thing has lived on my Kindle since it came out. I kid you not. I just haven't gotten around to reading it yet. I'm pretty sure it's taboo. Oh, it's QB Tyler. It's definitely taboo. I think the main character falls in love with her godfather or something. To be honest, I'm learning like my limits when it comes to taboo, because y'all know I do enjoy a good taboo. I like it. It always depends on how it's written and the things that happen. That's with any trope for me, really. I'm noticing that I'm starting not to really like anything with a dad in it or a stepdad, godfather. Things like that is where it gets a little uncomfy for me. Just recently with the books that I've been reading with like the dad trope, ex-boyfriend's dad, it's just some of the things that happen, I'm like, it's fun for the mess, but I'm not rooting for this couple at all. And if I'm not rooting for the couple, why am I here? You know, I've been really hesitant to pick this up because of the godfather kind of trope. But it's October, it's spooky season, so I feel like diving into some taboo books that will most likely make me uncomfortable. It's all a part of the spooky season vibe, right? So and I haven't read a QB Tyler book in a minute. I think it's been over a year, so I'm excited to jump back into that. So that's basically what's on my creepy crawly TBR. There are other books that I definitely want to read that I didn't want to put on this list. There are so many new releases happening this month, you guys. Like, I can't even keep up. So reading is going to be quite literally all over the place, but I am putting these as like a high priority kind of just for the spooky season kind of vibe. Even though none of these are spooky books, some of them are a little spooky to me because I don't want to cry. I hate 3rd person. There's accidental pregnancy. There's taboo. There's a little bit of everything that kind of makes me nervous when I pick up a book. So it's perfect for October. But yeah, I miss you guys so much, and hopefully I will be uploading a lot more often, but you know, we're taking it one day at a time. So I appreciate you guys. I miss you guys so much, and I hope you have an amazing October. As usual, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, please subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Mwah.